Maisie is the newest chromatic brawler inside of Brawl Stars, and today I'm going to be giving you the best tips and tricks in how to play Maisie. You guys are definitely going to want to stick to the end of the video because I think I have something that you guys may not know about Maisie.
I'm so sick of these people!
If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below what your guys' thoughts are on Maisie. But alright guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and talk about Maisie's mechanics. So if you guys don't know, Maisie's main attack will fire a long-range cloud projectile that can do a lot of damage.
Clouds?
You can think of her kind of like as a Brock, a Bell, or a Piper. Any of those long-range sharpshooter brawlers, Maisie is similar to them. But what's interesting about her mechanic is that the shot initially starts off slow, and as the projectile travels farther, it increases in speed. Now, unlike Piper, where the longer the projectile travels, the more damage it does, but for Maisie, it's going to do the same amount of damage no matter how far the projectile has traveled. I'll go into her main attack, like tips and tricks later on, because it is going to take a lot of time to get used to it. Now, as far as Maisie's super, she basically blasts the ground and sends out a massive shockwave. Now, what's kind of junk about her super is that there's a 1-second delay. However, it can go through walls. And what also kind of sucks about Maisie is, like, if she somehow is using her super and she gets stunned or knocked back or whatever it may be, her super is cancelled. So you gotta definitely watch out for brawlers that can stun, knock back, or freeze you or anything like that. Now, if Maisie is moving during her super, wherever she started using her super, that is where it's gonna occur. It doesn't matter if you walk another 5 tiles, wherever you started using it, that's where it's gonna explode. But okay, that's pretty much all of Maisie's mechanics. Let's go ahead and talk about her best build. Alright, so the gadget I think you guys gotta use for Maisie is gonna be disengage. The reason that I think that this gadget is gonna be better is in case there are tanks or assassins that get close to you, you can actually stun them for half a second and you'll be pushed back 3.33 tiles.
Nice.
So if you combine this gadget with her super, you'll be able to slow them, stun them, and get away. Now, kind of like her super, it can be cancelled if she's knocked back or stunned. And obviously, she won't be able to like dash over water or break through walls, so you keep that in mind. So for some reason, if you try to dash over water or try to dash into a wall, wherever that object is, that's where the dash is going to stop. Now for her star power, I think Tremors is going to be the better star power here. If you use your super and you affect an enemy, they will be slowed for 2 seconds. Now I'll go into this a little bit later on why this star power is so much better, but just keep this in mind that being slowed when you're playing against a Maisie is not good.
Well, no fucking shit.
As far as the gears go, I think it's pretty simple. You guys gotta use damage and speed. Her movement speed is normal, it's not super quick. So if you are playing on a map with bushes, I'll definitely recommend going speed gear. If not, shield gear can be good as well. But the other gear you guys gotta use is damage gear. Even though Maisie already does a lot of damage, you can't go wrong with getting more damage, you know what I mean?
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side! Wait,
But alright, that's pretty much all for Maisie's build. Let's go ahead and talk about her best game modes. Alright, so I think the top 2 game modes that Maisie's gonna be very good in is Bounty and Knockout. Honestly, this just makes a lot of sense, right? Like, a lot of brawlers that are sharpshooters like Byron, Bell, Piper, Brock, they are all good on those kind of game modes. Maisie is going to fall into that category as well with those other brawlers. She has a lot of long range, so it's going to be perfect for Bounty and Knockout, where you want to kill people and not die. And she can also do a lot of damage with one single cloud projectile.
Clouds?
So Maisie's mechanics fit perfectly with the mode of how these game modes go. What also makes Maisie very good is in case there are brawlers on the other team like assassins that try to counter the sharpshooters, Maisie's super is going to be a good counter to those assassins and tanks. You can slow them, you can stun them, and it's just going to make it a lot easier for you and your team to take them out. Now obviously Maisie can be good in other game modes of course, but they're going to be very niche picked for those maps. But okay, that's pretty much all I got for her best game modes. Now let's get into the tips and tricks for Maisie. Now the number 1 tip that you guys should not be doing with Maisie is auto aiming.
I am warning you right now.
The only time that I will allow you to auto aim is if they're literally right next to you, then you can auto aim. Other than that, you should never ever be auto aiming with Maisie. I literally don't care if you think auto aim is the best aim. You're going to be missing like pretty much every single shot. You can even see in the gameplay that I'm showing some of the shots that I'm auto aiming just because I'm panicking or I just wanted to experiment with it. The shots are pretty much missing like 99% of the time. And even if they're a few tiles away from me, it's still missing. So if I could give you guys one tip with Maisie, is to never auto aim with her. Now, going off that, it's going to take a lot of practice with Maisie in order to get used to hitting her shots. Having that delay in the beginning where it starts off slow and then increases over time, it's going to take people, and it even took me a lot of time to get used to. I'm still not perfected at it. it's gonna take a lot of time for you to get used to the fact that, okay, you know what, the projectile doesn't travel at the same rate from the start. So it's gonna make it a lot easier for your opponents to dodge your shots. So if you guys want to be a good Maisie player, I would recommend practice. It is the best way for you to hit more shots and just be more consistent. Now, I did say earlier I was going to talk about a tip specifically regarding her super. Now, I'll go into this a little bit later on why this star power is so much better. Now, you guys should really try to capitalize, you and your team, when people are slowed from your super. If you guys are using the tremor star power like I suggested, where they're going to be slow for 2 seconds, you need to make sure that you and your team rush them down and get them, because especially with you as playing Maisie, it's already difficult already to hit your shots. So you need to make sure that you get in there, get that kill down before the 2 seconds is up. Now, realistically, I think that Maisie could use some buffs. If they do want to balance her out, I can see them buffing maybe how quickly that the projectile speeds up, and if they need to balance her out, decrease the damage of her main projectile, because she's not the greatest chromatic brawler out of all of them. I would definitely recommend unlocking other chromatic brawlers before Maisie, and even playing other sharpshooters. I think that there are other sharpshooters that are better options to run on other knockout and bounty maps. Now, don't get me wrong, Maisie is still a fun and good brawler to play, but honestly, if you guys want to get the Brawl Pass so you can get Maisie, I don't think it's worth it. However, if you guys want to get the Brawl Pass, I would recommend getting it because of all the resources that you'll get from it. But if you want to get it specifically for Maisie, I don't think it's worth it. Now, overall, I do think Maisie is going to be a solid like A-tier brawler. Maisie's mechanics are pretty simple to understand. It's just going to take a lot of time and practice to get used to it. Even though her mechanics are pretty simple, I still consider her to be a higher skill cap brawler because of how difficult her main attack is to hit. Overall, I think that Maisie is going to be a good addition to the Brawl Stars family, and I can't wait for everybody to unlock and start playing her. Well, anyway guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to go and hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to also go down in the description below, follow me on my social medias, join my Discord, and subscribe to the second channel. But yeah guys, I think that's all I got for now. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Blow it up like a volcano.